Respect, respect, unconditional love, unconditional love, unconditional love. What going? It's been a minute. I ain't see y'all in a while, right? What's going on? Yeah, I'm jamming right now. You know, my early morning. Yeah, my jam. You know about that medication? Medication. But y'all already know, huh? Y'all already know what's going on. Respect, unconditional love, married upon self. It's been a minute. I know, you know what I'm saying? I've been unlocking, you know what I'm saying? I've been unlocking. I've been literally unlocking DNA, you know what I mean? And the reason I know this is my truth is because I've been doing shit I ain't never did before, you know what I'm saying? Without direction, you know what I'm saying? Just intelligence, it just comes out of nowhere, right? I know it's been a minute with all the craziness, like the eclipse and this 23rd thing everybody was expecting, and you know what I'm saying, just normal life or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I'm back to bring some knowledge, Pondy. Alright, respect. Yeah, I shaved my beard off too, man. I had to cut my beard down. I'm gonna let it grow back, but I had to cut my beard down to even it out because, you know, the knowledge, it was getting permeated, so I had to trim the forest and bring that back. Um Alright, so let's get into it. First, I wanna talk to y'all about this intel. You know what I'm saying? Because your DNA has so many aspects to unlock. You know what I'm saying? And let's be frank. Let's be frank up front and first. You can't do that until you get your body back in order. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your body back in order, all the way back in order. Um, and you have to understand you can't be satisfying things that you think you learned, you know what I'm saying, that comes from systematic ways of making your body better, and substitute it with that because, you know what I'm saying, that's what you look at as an authority figure or the best place to go get shit, you know what I'm saying? So reason why I'm saying that is because the more I sacrifice from the system and add more natural, you know what I'm saying, mitochondrial, melanin, you know what I'm saying, all the right, you know what I'm saying, minerals and stuff of that nature, my body pulses. It pulses and it unlocks things that are resonant inside of me. And I'm able to do things. Now, if you're watching, you see on my hands, you see all this silver. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got the lights on, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can see what's really going on. You see, not the big unk. You know what I'm saying? That's my main one. But this one right here, you see that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I created these. You know what I'm saying? Nobody showed me how to do this. You know what I'm saying? I made all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? The bracelet. You know what I'm saying? I made all this stuff, all these rings. And I got mad more. Like, I got a whole bag of stuff I was going to show y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get into that a little later. But I created it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I carved the mold, melted the silver, poured it, splashed silver all over myself, was burning myself, silicone and silver all over me. And I didn't stop. I just kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? One day, I don't even know how I was really interested in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody randomly brought me a torch. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, check this out. So, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, I probably could do something with this torch right here. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I took, and no. I got the torch and then talking about what I possibly could do, my brain is firing off. So somebody tells me, yo, you can get such and such from, you know what I'm saying, da. So I'm like, word. I had to go start seeing if I can get that. So started getting it, you know what I'm saying? Started getting the silver by rolls, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's a wrap. I started like seeing images. I started creating things. This ring right here particularly, I don't know if you can see it. That's the ogre head, you know what I'm saying? Or the giant head. I like to call it the Nephilim face. You know what I'm saying? We got the blue stone in the mouth and shit. You know what I'm saying? This right here is an apple core ring. You know what I'm saying? This right here holds a blue stone on top of it. You know what I'm saying? It's wrapped. The design of the silver makes it look like bodies is holding it. You can't really see it too well. This one is a different stone. You know what I'm saying? But if you can kind of focus on the front, the design, it's like a lady laying behind her man right there. She laying behind him, and the man is in the front. He laying on top of her, like if she was laying behind you on the couch, and his arms is wrapped around to be the bracket to hold, and then her other arm is wrapped around to be the bottom bracket, the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So you see that. You know what I'm saying? All these images and designs was coming out of nowhere. It was like I was spraying it with the water, and then I would heat it up real hot, and the water would start changing the silver. You know what I'm saying? As I'm thinking, like I'm thinking into the water, and I'm heating the silver up, and it's making images in the silver. There's one image I did. It came out like a zombie Bugs Bunny head. This shit is ill. Like it got Cyclops eye, and when you flip it over, it's a charm. But when you flip it over, it's reversible. One side, you know what I'm saying, has images, and the other side has images. But the more I sprayed the water in it, the more the idea of what I was thinking out was coming out in designs on the actual, you know what I'm saying, on the actual piece. So that was really blowing my mind, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, let me find out, you know what I'm saying? I'm water imaging the silver to make, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know? I ain't gonna talk too much because people be trying to, like, it was crazy. Ever since I stopped doing videos, and this is real, like, I go back and I see other people's videos and I hear people saying words that I've said or terms that I've said, and they're saying it or trying to say it in their way, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. I'm not mad at that because that's good. People are waking up, you know what I'm saying, to the fact of the illusion that we living in, you know what I'm saying? And it's really about the energies, you know what I'm saying, that propagate every situation. People are waking up to that. So that's awesome, you know what I'm saying? But it still seems like it's a race for people to be, you know, the one who's dropping it or giving it, you know what I'm saying, like that. I was first, I brought this and all this craziness, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to even get too deep into the negative. I like to keep staying on that wavelength of energy, you know what I'm saying, that propagates any, you know what I'm saying, conduciveness for growth in the direction of everybody who's building. Yes, I'm selling this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Before, you know, last time I was talking about, you know, because the knowledge is free. Knowledge is always going to be free. You can call me anytime you want, right? And I'll talk to you about whatever. Like, I build with some of the people right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a vernacular to where I'm over them. Like, we talk like homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a few dudes. Like, I talked to my homie from South Africa, you know what I'm saying? I talked to my homie from, I've been saying this country so long, yo, I keep forgetting the name. uh, I can't remember right now. It took my tongue. My man Smash Rooney, I be hollering at him, you know what I'm saying? We be building and shit. And a couple of other people I be building with, you know what I'm saying? So, my man Jook out of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We be building. I got homie in Cali I be building with, you know what I'm saying? A couple locals and shit like that, the Queen. So I keep relationships with some of the people who reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the social media. It's about the contact and the relationship and the connection, you know what I'm saying? And which you can build, you know what I'm saying, off the knowledge that individuals have. Y'all gotta learn about elliptical energy, you know what I'm saying? Elliptical energy, it states that when in one circumstance that a person is receiving or listening to the knowledge that's not given to an individual, the person who's receiving, naturally, universally, energy comes off of them and it goes back to the person who's giving them the knowledge, which is called elliptical energy. So this is why it's important for you to pay attention sincerely. When you're paying attention, not judging what you're hearing, listening and taking what's going on and receiving the knowledge on a growth conduciveness, it goes back to you. Okay, it goes back to the individual that's teaching you. And then that charges him or keeps energy in the teacher aspect to conducively bring universal energy, right, through him to you. So this is when we're able to, or some brothers, when we be building, we call it blackout. You know what I'm saying? We call it like, yo, he's zoning right now. Let him go. He's zoning. Because we be building and in the build, we're all focused on one another. And in that cipher, we focus so much on one another, the universe opens up, you know what I'm saying, for the knowledge that we tapping into at that moment. So we can pull down knowledge never known. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's what it is. Can't get away from that, right? So, so y'all gotta understand elliptical energy, you know what I'm saying? We're going around trying to school and change things. You can't change things because it's a situation, it's iniquity. We live in iniquity, period. It's not a time called iniquity. The iniquity is the life that we live in, period. Like everything is iniquity. Because you have to under, and understand how to manifest through the iniquities of systematic ways of living. And that's the overbearing situation that we live in. Particularly, we want to focus on the cultures. But this is where the divide will come in without speaking about it. See, people want to talk about the divide a lot. You don't have to talk about things if you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you want the divide, it'll come if you're doing right. You know what I'm saying? Because certain types of people can't do that. It's just that serious. Like certain things that we're capable of doing that helps us grow in a different direction. We just supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Without worrying about why this is not, why that, you know what I'm saying? Like all that is shit to hold you in a stagnant motion. Now, let's be real. It's about the now. A lot of brothers know this, you know what I'm saying? Like the brother Universal Frequency, when he come on, he said, we're not gonna go too far in the future. We're not gonna go too far in the past. We're gonna go right now. You know what I'm saying? It's about the now. Other people talking about, yo, it's in the moment. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. It's about the now. And that's real because when you look at the past, or when you hold on to some moment of the past, or you talk about what happened last week, or you try to bring up remnants of old things, what you're doing is you putting a fish hook in that emotional contact, what drags you down that fishing line, and you got to deal with everything that came with that point, thus living in the past. Okay? When you're living in the future, you anxious. It's like you know what I'm saying, you all over the place. You can't stay still because you're too busy worrying about what's gonna happen in the next 10 minutes or tomorrow or next week, or you trying to, you know what I'm saying, make that happen. You know what I'm saying? It got you anticipating. You know what I'm saying? So you're in the wrong form of energy. You know what I'm saying? You're not worrying about the now. But the now is the present. That's why it's a gift. You know what I'm saying? And you can focus on that more because it's everything that you see in that moment. So that means you have control over everything that you see at that moment. The world wants to pull you out of that. The world wants you in the future and it wants you in the past. You see what I'm saying? And that's not a good place to be because your body itself, the physical content of your body, the dimensional levels of your body from first dimension to inside second dimension, to cellular third dimension, to inside cellular fourth dimension, to DNA fifth dimension, you know what I'm saying, to mitochondrial sixth dimension, all the way to the melanin, the process of the efficiency of the universe, the universe condensing down into your body, down to the sixth and seventh dimension. Like all these dimensions resonate in you. And you can't access these dimensions that have different powers or even try to attempt to clean them up because of the content what you see or what you deal with in everyday societies. You know what I'm saying? And they know this. So meditation, that's why meditation is important, because it allows you to access different levels or dimensions inside of you. You're looking outside yourself for shit that you walk around with. You see what I'm saying? And that's the truth. You're looking for shit outside you that you walk around with. You know what I'm saying? Even the things that's happening when you look up, that's inside you happening. You know what I'm saying? That's inside you happening. Like, y'all overstand. You know what I'm saying? Like, your light shines out. People see you. You know what I'm saying? They know who you is. They know what you're accessible to. You know what I'm saying? One day your light got, you know what I'm saying? You was focused on one thing. Just like everybody. Everybody's focused on that one thing, right? You know what I mean? Overstand, understand. You know what I mean? You are gravity. You are motion and energy. You are the thought pattern. It's just that all our thoughts are conducively running together. We're not one frame. That's why it was all broken up into individuality. So the power is, for you individually, is to line up your dimensions. If you can line up your dimensions by actuality, say everything you do in each dimension, you're doing it exactly identical. Like on the front dimension inside, like your body is working conducive to the growth. Like everything is following each other. And then you start permeating time dimensions from the dimensions within yourself. You start permeating time dimensions. When you rock that right, you go into the levels of where you are in different dimensions. You know what I'm saying? What they want to call multi-universes. These multi-universes are symbolic to the universes inside you. So when everything is working conducive in one way inside you, your bodies on the multiverse start doing the same shit. So when you're doing the same shit on all levels, you become one. Because now everything moving the same. I'm talking so far out right now, everybody gonna be wondering, what the fuck is this dude talking about? And I don't want to go too far. It's just that sometimes it's just I'm already accessed the shit. I know more shit than what I'm talking about. And I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know not a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But I over and understand more right now that I'm able to discuss with you. And it's hard for me to not go way out there while talking about simplicity right here, because they're all one and the same. You know what I'm saying? The simplest thing is the simplest thing in the universe, but it's also the most greatest thing in the universe. That's the most greatest thing with you. Like, there is no separation. You know what I'm saying? The separation is your will that allows you to falter on your greatness or null thee. I'm sorry. Falter on your greatness or null thee. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that means within the fact being able, you know what I'm saying, to access and see, or fall away from that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what that is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna reference any books or situations that have terminologies thus created by human content. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm not is because the content that's out here, the knowledge, the reason why I'm saying like this, because I need you to over and understand the knowledge that's out here for us to learn these different situations that we're living in is not per se to speak upon what's accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Or the terminology to thus speak on a particular. These knowledges are out here for your brain to decipher what's inside of it, to access your universal pretense. Nothing more. And that's because they hit everything in there. Ooh, stomach. Water in me. I had a better bottle than this, but it's the bottle I got right now, Fiji bottle. Soft ass plastic. Excuse me. So what's really going on is I'm using, you know, the same stuff I was getting before, all the stuff I was creating, you know what I'm saying, the cell bombs and the waters and the mighty. I'm using all that right there to open up and access, you know what I'm saying, further pretenses with inside myself. Now, I ain't gonna front. A lot of the time while I was away, you know what I'm saying, from the videos, I was listening to a lot of what people were saying was what's going to happen, and I slowed down to witness outside myself. Do you know, I actually noticed that my slowdown or my witnessing outside myself actually made me feel like I was wasting time. Like, I ain't gonna even front. Like, I thought about it a lot. Like, I was like, damn, yo, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And I was waiting for certain things to happen. Do you know that happens on a larger scale of a mental understanding? You know what I'm saying? Damn scam people be calling my damn phone. But it happens on a larger scale of mental to a deeper level of understanding that's not a higher level of intelligence. You know what I mean? And I know that's crazy. It's just like the people who are not as intelligent, who are more sheeple, get that process put on them more, so they're unable to see what's going on. You know what I mean? So I just want y'all to be aware. You know what I mean? And the more you travel towards yourself, and people are gonna start calling you like, yo, I had somebody tell me I was selfish, and you know what I'm saying, I was all over myself. And you know, I thought about that because my whole life, I've given selflessly of myself. You know what I'm saying? I've been taken advantage of as a younger person, you know what I'm saying, and allowed it to happen, and then was very passive, like, I ain't worried about it. We cool. Soon as I allow myself to look in myself and start focusing on me and get strong to protect me, you know what I'm saying? You know, people, they look at you and they say, oh, you ain't da-da-da-da no more. That's funny. That's real funny to me. And I was like, at first I almost felt like maybe I might have been wrong, but then I was like, how the fuck am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? Who put it in the scriptures that I was supposed to put myself, or who put it in the manual that I was supposed to put myself behind anybody? Individually, we don't even understand what these things mean. It just allows you to be in those processes, and then you think that's right. There's no right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's right is that you grow in the creation that you are to the best of its ability, because you have that option to. And the best of that may take a lot of ins and outs. Just like we eat food we don't like because it got good vitamins. I might have to stop fucking with people that I like because they're not good for me. Whether that be family and saying it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take control and understand that, understand that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it 100. I heard something because I fucks with the pillars, you know what I'm saying? Red pill and blue pill, the brothers is deep. I love them, you know what I'm saying? I love what they try to do, you know what I'm saying, as far as getting people to open up. And Red Pill touched on something, you know what I'm saying, yesterday when he was speaking about how the conscious queens, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, why not all queens, but the conscious queens, like why they not da-da-da-da. And the queen was saying, you know, a lot of the queens still dealing with stuff. And I was feeling what she was saying, because that shit is real. Like, we want the queens to step up, you know what I'm saying, and be in that situation. But they also want the men to over understand that they have a lot of faulties, even if they walk into that. So that they're going to be, you know what I'm saying, because they deal more on that emotional pattern. So it's, that clash is always going to happen until we can't be asking them to submit, right, to us sexually in certain submission ways if we're not submitting to them to accept what they are, you know what I'm saying? So that's the power. So it's almost like we got to build each other back up, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was talking about earlier on the elliptical energy. Elliptical energy will allow that. When you open up yourself, you know what I'm saying, to be a student and a teacher, then we both can learn from each other like this. You know what I'm saying? And that energy of me accepting your knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and you giving it, and you accepting my knowledge and me giving it, will grow both of us, because we can learn and troubleshoot off the knowledge of one another. And that puts power back into the original people. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have a capability of doing. You know what I'm saying? Most people have to be told something. They have to have it drilled into their head. Those are smart individuals. There's nothing wrong with being smart, but smart is a control aspect. I have to teach you that. And after I teach you what I know to its fullest ability, now you are smart on the aspect of what was learned. There's nothing wrong with that. But intelligence comes out the cells. I don't need you to tell me anything if I'm intelligent, because the intel comes out and it allows me to do things, you know what I'm saying, without direction. That's who we are. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of your own greatness. You know what I'm saying? And be mindful of the fact that the men ain't the only ones that went through turmoil and iniquity. You know what I'm saying? The process was put on our women to, you know what I'm saying, to divide. And other people in the world are going through their own turmoil and iniquity in the same way. That's why it's not really good to mix two wars. If they warring with themselves and we warring with ourselves, how the fuck am I have a conversation with you? A real dialect conversation. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stay on too long. I just wanted to come in and drop it and give y'all, you know what I'm saying, some power. But I want to show respect, you know what I'm saying, to Baba Heru, you know what I'm saying, the Unk God, you know what I'm saying, the Unk man, you know what I'm saying, that's my dude. Respect. I'll be reaching out to him from time to time, trying to keep, you know what I'm saying, my head on point, you know what I'm saying, and keep a dialect with the elders. So, you know what I'm saying, and not for nothing, you know what, I think when he spoken in the air making jewelry, it probably came from that, because I never thought to make jewelry, but I know my man, I seen his pieces and it was hard. So the idea, the energy of the seed could have came out of that. But the only thing I know is my DNA sparked and I was able to do it. So, yo, Unc, man, if you peeping it, yo, check him out. Your boy trying to rise up there with you, you know what I'm saying? Holler back. You already know what it is. Respect. Much love to everybody who's striving for the higher purpose of their self to unlock, you know what I'm saying, the gods in you and the goddesses in you, you know what I'm saying? And that's the truth, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, don't worry about the iniquities. Don't worry about who said, he said, she said, the highest being the lowest. Don't worry about this person acting like a donkey and all that. Let it be. You know what I'm saying? People going to always point out the negatives because there's so many goods that needs to be overhidden. And if we keep hiding the good, you know what I'm saying, then it won't shine. And that's what light do. You know what I'm saying? So what they want to do in the world is they want to make money off the iniquity. You know what I'm saying? Let them do them. That shit going to run out too. We too busy shining over here. You know what I'm saying? So let it be. Respect, unconditional love, mad upon self. It's your boy, Ariel Nagael. Holla back. One.